welcome the class of 2022. And ladies and gentlemen, here they come is the moment of history from Bowie State University. Fall 2018 Convocation. Please welcome once again the class of 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it from him again. Please welcome, making history, the class of 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it again for our class of 2022, part of the College of Business, the College of Professional Studies, the College of Education, Military Science. They're all here, a part of history, class 2022. And you, joining us with alumni, faculty, friends, staff, joining in for this historical moment from Bowie State University. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the class of 2022, BSU's 2018 Convocation. Students are enrolled in the College of Arts and Sciences, the College of Business, the College of Education, and the College of Professional Studies and Military Science. Once again, the class of 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bowie State University's 2018 Convocation. We're welcoming the class of 2022. And remember, we're streamed around the world live from Bowie State University's campus. Once again, the class of 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Bowie State University's Convocation 2018. Welcome in the class of 2022. Now, please welcome our esteemed faculty and platform guests as they march in for this historical moment, Bowie State University's 2018 Convocation. Joining us, faculty from the College of Arts and Sciences, the College of Business, the College of Education, and the College of Professional Studies and Military Science. Ladies and gentlemen, let your family, friends, and relatives know we're streamed around the world. Once again, welcome to Bowie State University's 2018 Convocation. And how about a warm round of applause for our esteemed faculty? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our platform guests, led by Dr. Briscoe. All freshmen and part of the Bowie family, would you please stand for this historical moment? Be heard, be seen, and feel this moment. 2018 Bowie State University's Convocation Class of 2022. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of Bowie State University, Dr. Aminta H. Breaux, the First Lady President of Bowie State University. A big round of applause, along with our Provost, Dr. Sabrina Abenyika, and the esteemed, hard-working cabinet. How about a round of applause? Once again, it's that time again. Bowie State University's 2018 Convocation, welcoming the class of 2022.
Good morning. We'll now have the posting of the colors, followed by the national anthem. Would all men be pleased to remove their hats for the national anthem and lift every voice?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Please be seated. Madam President, with your permission, I declare the fall 2018 Matriculation Convocation now open. Would you please give a warm Bowie State Bulldog welcome to our new provost. Dr. Brina Abingenya.
Good morning, President Breaux, cabinet members, the alumni, faculty, staff, students, special guests, community friends, and honorees of this morning. The freshman class of 2022. Welcome to the Fall Convocation. I am Brina Abingenya, your Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. It is my pleasure to preside over today's special program. We will now have a moment of centering from Ms. Sumaya Wooten, the Senior Class President.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sumaya Wooten. I am the Junior Class President, and today I will be doing the moment of centering. Bulldog family, let's take a moment to reflect on our path of getting here today at the historical Bowie State University. As you take a moment of silence, reflect on the ways in which you are remarkable, remembered, and legendary. We all are legendary, but yet we dwell on the things that we cannot change. When being legendary, we must remember every doubt, every breakup, every disagreement, every disappointment, every failed test is not our final destination, because we are in fact legendary. This is not your ending point. We have worked entirely too hard to get here today. Legendary people, this year I challenge you to dwell in good things only. Remember, I want you to challenge yourself and love yourself this year in a legendary way. Love yourself in a way this year that you are remarkable, remembered, and in fact, legendary. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wooten, for those inspiring words. Today's opening matriculation convocation is truly a special tradition here at Bowie State University. It is a time when the administration, faculty, staff, students, alumni convene at the beginning of the academic year to renew our commitment to the university's mission and vision of providing an excellent education for Bowie State University students. For this, convocation is a ritual which officially includes freshmen and new students into our university family. At this time, please allow me the pleasure of acknowledging our platform guests. President Aminta H. Mr. Dior Ginyard, our keynote speaker and 2011 graduate. Ms. Karen Shahid, Chief of Staff and President Breaux, and Executive Vice President and General Counsel. Mr. Corey Fenyo, Student Government Vice President. Ms. Diamond Bracey, Graduate Student Association President. Ms. Samaya Wooten, Junior Class President. Mr. Anthony Savia, Vice President for Administration and Finance. Ms. Cassandra Robertson, Director of University Relations and Marketing. Mr. Clyde Doty, Vice President for Intercollegiate Athletics and Recreation. Mr. Wayne Rose, Vice President for Information Technology. Dr. Artie Travis, Vice President of Student Affairs. Mr. Brent Swinton, Vice President for Institutional Advancement. Ms. Monica Scott, Miss Bowie State University 2018-2019. Mr. Durante Craig, Mr. Bowie State University 2018-2019. Dr. Briscoe, our Grand Marshal. And our highly regarded interpreters, Miss Carletta Goodsay and Mr. Billy Sanders. And also Dr. Brian Clemens, the Vice President for Student Enrollment. So it is with great pleasure and pride that I extend a warm welcome to the class of 2022, as well as to all of our returning students, faculty, and staff. Please join me in giving the class of 2022 an enthusiastic BSU welcome. For our new students especially, I congratulate you on having achieved a place amongst our exceedingly talented, enthusiastic, and very diverse student body. You are now part of a remarkable university that has a storied history of providing absolute excellence in education. At Bowie State University, whether you are in the College of Arts and Science, the College of Education, the College of Business, the College of Professional Studies, or the graduate school, you will be nurtured and guided all the way through your legacy here of excellence as a student and subsequently as a graduate of Bowie State University. However, you should know that success is definitely based on you. And this is to make sure that you show up and are available and take heed to all of the resources that you have available to you here. Your college years are amongst the most important years in your life in determining your purpose and shaping your future as you move forward. I can see standing here that your future is truly bright. You've already made the first best choice that you ever could, and that's to come to Bowie State University. So I already see that you are embarking on being the next generation of exciting leaders in a dynamic and global society as you move forward. So my advice to you is to continue to show up as you have done today, every day, and be an active participant here at Bowie State University. Visit the library, use the library, join clubs, and take part in university activities and campus-wide lectures and seminars that we'll have available. I know many of you will have to work. Try to minimize your work hours so you can be engaged in the classroom and continue with your studies, because we truly do believe in you graduating in 2022. At BSU, we are so eager to see you succeed, and we hope you are ready to take on the full advantage that we have to offer to you and all of those opportunities that we will provide. So again, best wishes to you all the best, and we are here to make sure that you are successful each and every day that you come to Bowie State University. Now at this time, we're going to have greetings from Mr. Corey Finyo, the Student Government Vice President, and Ms. Diamond Bracy, the Graduate Student Association President.
Out of the night that covers me, black is the pit from pole to pole. I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the foul clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but I'm bowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Good morning. Good morning, President Breaux, members of the cabinet, faculty, staff, esteemed guests, Bowie State University students, and the freshman class of 2022. I am Corey Finyo, a senior criminal justice major with a concentration in social justice from Baltimore, Maryland. I have the distinct privilege of serving as your Student Government Association Vice President for the 2018-2019 academic school year. On behalf of the Student Government Association, I would like to formally welcome and congratulate the freshman class of 2022. Please join me in giving them another round of applause. Class of 2022, while you are here at Bowie State University, you will race to excellence and become legendary along your journey. You will race to excellence by putting your best foot forward each and every single day as you work towards achieving your bachelor's degree. You will become legendary by understanding that this race is also a journey that will be remarkable enough to be remembered. Freshman class of 2022, I would like to impart with you 3 steps on how to race to excellence and become legendary along your journey. Step 1, find your why. Freshman class of 2022, please look to the person to your left. Tell them, find your why. Now look to your right. Tell that person, find your why. It is important to identify why you are here at Bowie State University. What is the reason why you wake up every single day and attend your classes? Once you identify your why, remain true to your why and always, always use it for your motivation. Step 2, change. Freshman class of 2022, look to the person to your left. Tell that person to change. Now look to the person to your right. Tell them to change. The only thing in the universe that remains the same is change. Those who adapt, persevere. Those who do not, merely fade away. Freshman class of 2022, change yourself. Change your bad habits. Change your diet. Change your perspectives. Change your hair. Change your vocabulary. Change your entire outlook on life itself. Step 3, be strong. Freshman class 2022, look to the person to your left. Tell that person to be strong. Now look to your right. Tell that person to be strong. Freshman class of 2022, it is important that you remain strong along your journey in your race to excellence. Be strong, for you are not here to play, dream, or drift. You have hard work to do and heavy loads to lift. Shun not the struggle, for it is your gift. Freshman class of 2022, be strong. This journey is not going to be easy in any way, shape, or form. And if you want to be who you say you want to be, do what you say you want to do, and live the life you say you want to live, you must remain strong when your load becomes heavy. Freshman class of 2022, If you all find your why, change yourselves, and be strong, you will reflect on your journey here at Bowie State University, and you will be proud of yourselves for the growth you have made along your race to excellence. Thank you.
Good morning. You all look wonderful. I just want to say, class of 2022, welcome. Doesn't 2022 have a nice ring to it? Yes. To President Breaux, who always guides us so well and sets the standards as we race to excellence, I want to acknowledge you all. I want to also acknowledge our distinguished provost, who is, our distinguished provost on her very first convocation here at Bowie State University. Let's love her up. Let her give us a Bowie State welcome. For all of our distinguished platform guests, I would also like to say, acknowledge you. I want to acknowledge the executive board of the Graduate Student Association, the best cabinet ever, yes. And then I also want to make sure that I acknowledge our advisors, Dr. Bragg and Dr. Jordan, who support us in all that we do. You're wondering why the Graduate Student Association president is greeting you this morning. It's not just because we have been where you are before, but we also are invested in your success and in the success of all of our new students, including our transfer students and our graduate students. So I want to say again, welcome and congratulations on making this next step. Now, real talk. Statistics say that if you look to your right and left and you don't do the things that our vice president said, you will not be here next year. That's what the statistics say. But the truth is, statistics and facts can actually change. They can only change, though, if you defy them and don't do what everyone else does. Instead, forget the rumors. College is not the 13th grade, okay? There is not going to be, in all likelihood, anyone pulling you out of bed saying, yes, go to class. Your professors will not chase you down and say, where's your assignment? Why haven't you come to class? Do your reading, it's time to do homework. You said it before, I'm grown. Well, now is your chance to prove it. Take ownership. Please don't be that one, the one who never went to class the entire semester, and then on that last week, they're begging for extra credit. I know y'all know who I'm talking about. They're not here together, but don't be that one, because they're the ones who are shocked when they get the F on their transcript, or where they go to register for the spring semester and suddenly they have a block and they're on academic probation. Defy the statistics. Bowie State University is the best place to spread your wings. Take advantage, yes, love that. Take advantage and explore the opportunity. Challenge your thinking. This is an institution of higher learning. So go beyond your lower self and cultivate your highest self. Take that nickname that you have always been trying to avoid and get away from and drop it at Bowie State University and be who you have always known that you were supposed to be, not who you were told you were or what you were trying to avoid. Your past can weigh you down, but it does not have to. It does not need to define your present or predict your future. So go ahead, go beyond the bad, allow that past to actually just be your teacher. It does not have to be your God, it does not have to be your destiny. Look at those mistakes that you overcame to get here, and as well as the successes that led you here. And I leave you with this final thought. Be a Bowie all-star. A, access all of the resources here that are available to you. L, listen to sound advice and follow it. Love who you are, by honoring your body with what you eat, and for those who you invite in your inner circle. Study not just books, but people, trends, history, and circumstances. Don't just be smart, be also savvy. Be willing to teach others and also be teachable. Listen to their stories, their mistakes, and their triumphs. I always say there is nothing so cute about mistakes that you have to have your own. Accept challenges and don't always look for the easy way out, because looks can be deceiving. And last R, rise above pettiness, fear, jealousy, and race to excellence. I promise you, your dreams are worth it. You are worth it. And if you have never heard it before, you have heard it now. You can and you will do it. Welcome to Bowie State University class of 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Finio and Ms. Bracey, for your greetings. And I am certain that the class of 2022 is definitely inspired by the words that you have shared with them, and you have set them on the course for racing to excellence and coming in and being a part of Bowie State University. We will now hear from the BSU Gospel Choir led by Professor Latanya Wren as they render Over and Over, He Keeps on Blessing Me, featuring Mr. Darius Brooks.
over and over. Said, oh, over and over. He keeps on blessing me. Said, oh, over and over. Said, over and over. Say, he's gonna bless you. Said, he's gonna bless you. Said, over and over. Oh, said, over and over. Say it over and over. Hey, over and over. Help me sing it. Say it over. Say it over. Over. Clap your hands if you know it's going to bless you. Say it over. Over. Say it over. Say it over. Over and over. He's going to bless me. Said over and over. He's going to bless you. Said he's going to bless you. Said over and over. Over and over.
Thank you, Professor Wren and the gospel choir for that performance. Let's give them one more hand of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I am extremely honored to welcome to the podium our 10th president of Bowie State University. As a distinguished leader and role model for true excellence, Dr. Breaux is a notable scholar and professional with over 30 years of a diverse background in higher education. Dr. Breaux was appointed as the 10th president of Bowie State University on July 1st, 2017. And since her arrival at BSU, Dr. Breaux has wholeheartedly embraced the Bowie spirit and met with students, faculty, staff, and alumni as she begins to build on her legacy as the Chief Executive Officer here. Under her leadership, the university is certain to continue its position of excellence and thrive well beyond. It is evident that she has a passion for ensuring students' excellence and in particular believes in providing resources to empower our students to be bold in their academic decisions. She received her bachelor's degree in psychology from Temple University, a master's degree in psychological services in education from the University of Pennsylvania, and a doctorate in counseling psychology from Temple University. Dr. Breaux and her husband Melvin have 3 daughters and 3 grandchildren. Please join me in standing and welcoming our president, Dr. Aminta Breaux.
BSU. What a wonderful, wonderful site this is. And thank you, Provost Agbenyiga, and thank you to the entire BSU community. This is indeed an honor to stand here before you. The year, more than a year, has passed by very, very quickly. And it's because of the great joy and excitement that I have each and every day that I have the honor of coming in here and serving as the 10th president of BSU. Students, I am so very pleased to stand here before you as we begin a new academic year and officially welcome the incoming class for 2018 and our first year students. Yes, you are going to be in the class of 2022. Give yourselves a round of applause already. Included in the event today are undergraduate and graduate students, including our transfer students. And today we're celebrating you, our new students, because you are members of this new community of yours. Your esteemed faculty members, members of the administration, dedicated staff, and alumni who are together here to welcome you and commit themselves to your future success are so excited about you. Everyone is filled with anticipation to get to know you and learn how you are going to impact on your new community. I've come to know many of you already as I've traversed across the campus. Sometimes you see me running here and there in some heels, and sometimes you see me out on the bicycle as I was last weekend for the bike tour. And it's been a joy getting to know our new students. In addition to learning about individual members of your class, here's what we all know about you as our newest class. We have now 897 first-time, full-time students joined here today among you. 500, you can give them a round of applause, that's a very large number. 550 new transfer students, give the transfers a round of applause. And 269 new graduate students, grad students. And I'm very, very pleased to announce our total enrollment has reached an all-time new high in the history of BSU. Drum roll, please. 6,231 students. Included in that number are 5,229 undergraduates and 1,002 graduate students. And while the majority of you hail from various counties within the state of Maryland, there is much diversity among you. Represented within this group are many people from across the country as well as around the globe. Here today we have international students that represent 13 countries, including China, the United Kingdom, Iran, Kenya, Liberia, Malawi. I heard somebody from Liberia, okay. You can holler out, be proud. Malawi, Mexico, Nigeria, large group of Nigerian students, Saudi Arabia, Sierra Leone, St. Kitts, and Nevis, Uganda, and the United Republic of Tanzania. Welcome them all to Bowie State University. Students, what I also know about you is that you are here because you have many strengths and capabilities. And as you've heard said earlier, we know that you can achieve for today and tomorrow, and you are going to be prepared to go into the workplaces of the 21st century. Students, you are special in many ways. In addition to your unique and individual talents as BSU students, you are among a very special and elite group of individuals in our population and in our society. The United States Census that was taken back in 2015 informs us that only 1 in 3 individuals among the adult population have earned a bachelor's degree. And the number drops for those who are in graduate school to just about 9.3% have master's degrees. And only a little above 2% have earned doctoral degrees. You are very, very, very special. But there is that saying, to those who are given much, much is expected. And you've heard a bit of that today. And I hope you take to heart that we are expecting great things from you. And as you contemplate those statistics, I ask that you keep in mind, again, that we are expecting you to give back to this new community of yours. New students, as you traveled here today, you're probably wondering, what is all this about? All the regalia, all the pomp and circumstance. What's going on here for this event? Well, this event is about you. The purpose of the convocation literally means to convene. And today we convene to recognize our new academic year, but more importantly, we are here today because this is our way to express and mark this occasion and reflect on what it means to be at this place, a community of learners. Beyond your enrolling in this institution, today we celebrate you as our newest members of a community of learners with all of those rights and responsibilities. As a BSU community of learners, we now share a common history of this outstanding institution. We share a common mission and a common vision. And we also share a common set of core values. And with any community, we are expecting you to know about our mission, our vision, and most importantly, about those values, because they're the bedrock on which everything else is built. Former United Nations Secretary General Kofi Annan once said, "Every society needs to be bound together by common values so that its members know what to expect of each other." So let's begin with our values. I'm not going to quiz you right now, don't get nervous. But before the end of this semester, I do want you to know, what are the values of Bowie State University? They begin with a word that you've heard around here quite often, excellence. Here at BSU, we expect our students, faculty, staff, and administrators to demonstrate every day outstanding levels of performance by fostering a stimulating learning environment for you. Next, inclusivity. At Bowie State, we are intentional about creating a community that encourages involvement, respect, and connection among our students, faculty, staff, administrators, regardless of race, gender, ethnicity, national origin, culture, sexual orientation, religion, age, and disability. Third, integrity. Our students, faculty, staff, and administrators are expected to demonstrate high ethical standards and ensure that they share those high standards and encourage others within our community. Accountability. You heard a little bit about that from other speakers here today. Be accountable for yourselves. We expect each member of the university community to be responsible and accountable for the outcomes of your efforts and for your actions. And then finally, students, you're living in a day and a time like no other. You are part of the digital revolution, and this is an exciting time. Embrace it. And we encourage you to develop a mindset that helps you to navigate the workplaces and communities that are constantly shaped and reshaped by technological advances and changing demographics and the global forces. Therefore, we highly, highly value innovation. And BSU aspires to infuse innovative practices into our academic and administrative functions by encouraging you, our students, faculty, staff, and administrators to utilize the best practices possible to pursue new opportunities. I know that we come to this place as individuals with different journeys. Here at BSU, especially because of our rich history as an institution, emanating from a very troubled past in our history in this country, and for a people, a troubled time in our history when a people in our country were disenfranchised and once prohibited from attaining education. We take time out today, and this is the true heart of our convocation, in understanding our history, embracing it, reflecting on that history, but not to hold us back, as you heard Diamond Bracey say, but to make our history inspire the future. It is because of our history as the first historically Black institution of higher learning in the state of Maryland, our legacy requires and it demands of us that we hold strong to our commitment to the essence of our mission as a public university in ensuring that everyone who seeks higher education has the opportunity to achieve a quality educational experience. Our common history includes a dark past, but those who lived during that time, they let us know that they didn't succumb to that. As a people, they rose above the strife. There are countless stories that you need to know, new students, about our history. Not about just the dark past, but how, as a people, they rose above the strife. The stories of our students since 1865, when BSU was founded in the basement of a church in Baltimore, and the stories since that time, over these 150 plus years, are about amazing students. Their strength, determination, resilience, persistence, and their pride. Our history includes those who helped to build this institution and this country. Some of those individuals have been honored with their names on buildings around here. I'm asking you today, students, do you know what those names mean in those buildings? Who were those people? Why do we honor them in that way? Learn your history and make sure that it inspires you to the future. Before you, there was a young African-American woman born in 1871 who dedicated her life to ensuring that African Americans were given the opportunity she was given to achieve education and become a teacher. Like me, she was born in Philadelphia. She studied at the Philadelphia Normal School and later studied at Hampton Institute. She went on to become the Caroline County Supervisor of Colored Schools in Virginia and taught Black history and domestic science while encouraging many students to attend Bowie State University. She created the first summer school program for Black teachers here at BSU in the 1920s. She was among the many early entrepreneurs. She sold chickens, eggs, and homemade items, but she earned enough so that she could start her own school, and in 1936 she started her own school in Queen Anne's County. For those of you who are living in Ginyard Hall, you should know her as Lucretia Ginyard Daniels, who left her mark at BSU, inspiring a generation of teachers. There was a young man born in 1877 who wrote about the evolution of the Negro College and espoused values about the value of our HBCUs. He fought for civil rights until his death in 1963. He became the 5th president of Morgan State University. His name was Dwight Holmes, for which we have named Holmes Hall. Any of you in Holmes Hall? The past of BSU includes the legacy of a woman born in 1948 who was inspired by the Apollo moon launch and the NASA space program. She taught history and civics to middle school students in Lanham, Maryland. She earned her Master of Arts degree in Education and Supervision Administration from BSU in 1978. Tragically, she perished along with astronaut Ronald McNair and 5 others on the mission of the Challenger in January 28, 1986. Those of you living in what we casually call CMRC, I hope you know the name of that facility. It's named after Krista McAuliffe, the first teacher to go into space. And then finally, 50 years ago, there was a class who sat out here just as you are today, who spoke up for civil rights and discrimination. They spoke out against discrimination. They were part of the protest that happened in front of the Maryland State House in 1968. And I believe there are members of the alumni among you today. They paid the price. They were arrested and charged and later released for their outspoken and initiatives and their voices being raised to ensure that this institution had the resources it needs to survive, and we are the beneficiaries of their efforts today. You now walk through the halls of Martin Luther King Communications Arts Center, the James Gym, and the buildings across this campus because of their efforts and their initiatives to speak out and ensure we have the resources we have. Please continue to recognize your history, embrace it, and make it inspire your future. Students, I'm telling you these stories not just so that you can take notes and just say, well, yes, let me remember to, when the president asks me these questions, to tell her I know about who that person is. Learn what their legacies mean to this institution. And again, you recognize that you are living during a time like no other. Take advantage of all of the opportunities you are afforded by your faculty, our outstanding faculty who are with you each and every day. They are waiting to hear what your ideas are. They are waiting to share with you the knowledge that they have acquired, but you must take advantage of that. I know that you already are taking advantage of a great many opportunities already. And there's a special group among you I'd like to recognize at this time. Actually, a couple of groups I'd like to recognize who are already heeding our advice, and you are on that journey to success. I'd like to begin with members of the Bulldog Academy. Yes, you can give them a round of applause. Where are you? Please stand up, members of the Bulldog Academy. Members of the Bulldog Academy have already achieved a great many things. They have dedicated themselves to academic excellence. And I'd like to report the information I received from their advisor and their director that the members of the Bulldog Academy have already achieved an outstanding academic performance, with 94% finishing math with a C or better, and 97% completing freshman seminar with a C or better. And as a result of their due diligence and academic excellence, they garnered over $37,500 in merit scholarships because of their academic performance. I think you can give them a bigger round of applause than that. There are members of the student body with us today that deserve an extra special recognition. They're seated here in the front. And I would like for all members of the ROTC Bulldog Battalion to please stand and remain standing. They are under the command of a very special woman who's here with us today, who's joining the BSU community for her first convocation. She's in her first year. The Bulldog Battalion is under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Altwyn Whitfield. Would she please stand to be recognized? Please give her a rousing round of applause and a good Bulldog welcome. There's more, BSU. Please remain standing. Members of the Bulldog Battalion participated in the advanced camp over the summer, and the camp comprised of 5,500 students and cadets from across the United States. This was the final training event prior to commissioning for our current senior class of cadets. While at summer training, 50% of our BSU cadets received the highest ratings of either outstanding or excellent. Please give them a round of applause. Three, outstanding, is the highest rating a cadet can ever receive. There are three who received this recognition, and I would ask that you raise your hand when I call your name. Jacob McCormick, Stephen Plummer, Raven Tyler. Please raise your hands, and please let's give them a round of applause. The next level is excellent. Excellent is the second highest rating a cadet can receive. There were four who received this recognition. Please raise your hands when I call your name. Denzel Fenyo, Senior Student Government Vice President. Denzel Fenyo. I know you was Corey. Corey. I knew that wasn't right. Oh, that's his middle name. See, I wasn't wrong. Ikufua Ulamise, also on the cross-country team and team captain. Oluwatobi Amaruf and Precious Binion. Please raise your hand. Other highlights include that Corey Fenyo was selected over 500 of his peers to receive the Spirit Award. The award recognized a top performer who is inspiring and hard working. Also, Cadet Ikpufuma Olumisi had the opportunity to train with the Airborne Rangers at Fort Bragg this summer. He is now certified and qualified to jump out of perfectly good airplanes. And aligned with what we are doing here, one of our hallmark programs, he also had the opportunity to attend a cyber internship at the Air Force Cyber Institute. Please give him a round of applause. And Cadet Stephen Plummer was selected from over 550 of his peers to receive the Golden Key Globe Comtech Warrior Award for demonstrating the highest standards of excellence each day throughout camp. Please give all of our cadets a rousing round of applause. Please be seated. BSU, these are just a few examples, and we expect many more from the entire class as you pursue your educational opportunities here at BSU. We are racing to excellence, and we are racing to excellence on behalf of you. There are many people and many examples to inspire you as you look to the future. And I'd like to begin, before I close out, I'd like to recognize our members of the faculty who are here with you today and know that they will continue to guide your path forward. I would like for members of the faculty to please stand so we might recognize you at this time. Thank you. As we begin this year, and as I've said, there are so many examples, and here with us today, I'm very pleased to introduce to you our keynote speaker to bring remarks to the class, the incoming class. Mr. Dior Ginyard has inspired many individuals throughout his travels here at BSU. He is now with the NFL. He is working very hard to ensure that players continue their educational experience. He is a member of the class of 2011. Please welcome Mr. Dior Ginyard at this time, and BSU have a fantastic year ahead.
So good morning. Is it still morning time? I believe so. So in my role, I oftentimes get a chance to talk to players. That's kind of my day-to-day. And so I've been told the #1 rule of public speaking is to know your audience. And so I want to make sure I have your undivided attention. So what I tend to do with players is when I say ready, set, go, I want you guys to give me 2 claps and a woo. Got it? It's your first homework assignment. So when I say ready, set, go, 2 claps and a woo. Here we go. Ready, set, go. All right, let's get to work. Thank you, Dr. Breaux, for bringing me back. It's first and foremost, it's an honor and privilege to be back on this campus, speaking to the next generation of Bowie State University greats. I'll also be remiss not to give honor and glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who's given me the grace and mercy to be here and travel through the journey that I've had thus far in my career and my life. So this past week, as I sat back and thought about what words of wisdom to share with you all, I really wanted and had to put myself in your shoes and ask myself, what would a younger Dior, sitting in the very seats that you all are sitting in today, what would he want to hear? And what would resonate? What would stick? See, I've taken on this responsibility of coming back here and feeding into each and every one of you because you are the next leaders in this community, in this state, in this country, and in this world. And I believe that wholeheartedly because I am that today. So as I thought about what to share with each of you, I came across a story that many of you may be familiar with about Nike. They received considerable amount of backlash featuring and highlighting a player that I've worked for and with in Colin Kaepernick. The backstory is that he was featured on a Nike ad encouraging people to believe in something. But what a lot of people miss with this is that earlier in the week, Nike had rolled out a similar ad featuring tennis star Serena Williams. And the slogan that they used for a woman that was raised in Compton, California was this: "It's only a crazy dream until you do it." And that quote resonated so well with me because I think it sums up my journey and how it has led me to stand in front of you today. It's only a crazy dream until you do it. Just like all of you, I had crazy dreams. As a young kid born and raised by a single mom and 2 siblings in Prince George's County, Maryland, I thought my only way to what I deemed success was making it to the National Football League. That was my crazy dream. As I was preparing to graduate from High Point High School, and when it came time to decide on which university to attend, I chose a small school in Maryland, Frostburg State University, bear with me, Frostburg State University, to continue my pursuit in becoming a professional football player. One thing that I learned very quickly at Frostburg was that once you finally decide on that dream and that goal of what you want to become or what you want to accomplish, it immediately comes with trials, tribulations, and setbacks, because there are no dreams without challenges. I became familiar with this on December 3rd, 2006. Myself, along with a couple of my teammates, decided to play a game of tackle football with no equipment to close out the collegiate football season. What started out as a fun game of football quickly turned into a moment that would change my life forever. I went to make a tackle on an opposing player, and crack! I ran head on with one of my teammates and was knocked unconscious. When I finally was able to open my eyes, a helicopter was on the field, and I was being whisked away on a stretcher. I was medevaced to a hospital in Cumberland, Maryland. I had to be resuscitated en route as I slipped into a coma. The head-on collision led to me fracturing my skull, which caused me to slowly go brain dead. Once arriving at the hospital, I was put to sleep. Brain surgery was performed. I woke up with my mom, brother, and sister surrounding my bed, 15 screws in my head, a tube in my brain to control the bleeding, and I was then told that I could never play football again. And there my dream ended. So I thought. The recovery was challenging. I battled with post-traumatic stress disorder for what seemed like forever. Depression, anger, stress, bitterness, all the emotions you can think of I struggled with daily. The troubles came, the mistakes came, I was lost completely and was ready to give up. I remember driving one day just thinking to myself how I wanted the pain to stop. At 18 years old, that was my life. To get back to a somewhat normal routine, I transferred to Bowie State University. And transferring to this university was the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because it started a healing process. I was embraced at a time in my life when I needed family and support. And I believe family and support is rooted into the fiber of this university. And as you navigate your college journey, you'll need to rely on it. You have to be there for each other, because you all are in this together. But the challenges for me didn't stop there, however. I would often sit back and reflect on life and try to put together scenarios in my head of how I was going to make it and become successful. I battled with that because I looked at the facts about me. Black man, no father, raised by a single mom, brain injury, and an attendant at HBCU. I was fully aware of the stereotypes and misconceptions that came with somebody that had the makeup that I had. See, it's very easy at the crossroads in life to use all the negative connotations to say to yourself, I'm not going to be anything. Look what the world says about somebody like me. But I knew I owed myself, and more importantly, my family and my mom, more than that. I had to come to a point in my life where I accepted what got me here. I knew that my dream of making it to the NFL was gone, but I had the opportunity to write a new chapter in my life. I was in the best position to restart my journey. So instead of using those facts in my life to hold me back, I used it to motivate me. And I believe that's the key to overcoming obstacles. You figure out what's going to motivate you. You figure out what's going to wake you up for class at 7 a.m., have you taking an internship and a part-time job, then up all night studying and going to bed at 1 a.m., and getting right back up and doing it all over again. When I used to have days and nights like that, I knew I was getting that much closer to my dream and proving the naysayers wrong. I was on a mission to prove to myself and the world that I was going to be somebody. And that's how I'm able to stand before you today. I let the chip on my shoulder motivate me. I embrace being an underdog. And that's why I love this university so much. The underdog mentality of this institution. No matter what is said about me or what anyone thinks, I will thrive. And you must embrace that type of thinking. But it takes time. I remember being embarrassed by the scar that the surgery left on my head from the injury. But I had to start embracing it. because my scar is an everyday reminder that I am always will be an underdog. It reminds me of all that I've been through. It represents tragedy to triumph. It speaks to overcoming obstacles. So when I look at all the successes, graduating from Bowie State, getting my master's degree, landing my dream job in the NFL, making Forbes 30 under 30 list, and being listed on Washington Business Journal 40 under 40, I'm still grounded. I'm still grounded because at the end of the day, I'm still that black boy, no father, raised by a single mom, brain injury, and an HBCU grad. I've gotten to this point in my life, and I can speak from experience, but I also sat in the same seat you are sitting in today. I remember listening to somebody like me, standing at a podium, and I swore I would never be that guy, talking about reaching your dreams and setting goals and having aspirations. But the reality of the situation is this. It is my responsibility now as a Bowie State University graduate, with an imaginary seat at the table, to advocate on your behalf, to be a voice during those conversations when they look at people like me and like us and say we can't amount to anything. So that's my journey, but what will yours be? Whether you made it here by chance or choice, whether you want to be here or not, guess what? You're here. And that's something that you should celebrate and be commended on. But now the real work begins. And the Drake soundtrack should start playing in your head, because we have to be honest. I believe this is the time where you separate the boys from the men and the girls from the women. You're in college, and from here on out, the success you want in life is in your hands. The dreams that are in your heart and in your head can be achieved, and it starts right here, right now. Because if you want to make it out there, it starts right in here. And I want to be fully transparent. Are the odds stacked against you? Yes. They always will be for you and I. We don't have the luxury of relying on privilege. But what we lack in privilege, we can make up for with hard work, commitment, and a dedication and determination to overcome the stereotypes placed on all of us. Throughout your journey and throughout this semester, times will get tough and challenges will come. Those things will never go away. We all face them, they just come in different shapes and sizes. But you all have a gift. We all do. And it took me a while to grasp this. But we have the unconscious ability to fight and get through. And you're going to have to rely on that at some point. Your boxing match starts today. And if you know boxing, you know mistakes will be made, you will get hit, but what you need at that moment isn't privilege. It's the ability to dust yourself off, get back up, get to work, and then give yourself some grace. That's how you navigate your journey and overcome obstacles to reach your dreams. You have to start to figure out what motivates you. You're going to need that when those long nights comes or those thoughts of giving up creep in your head. The days of waiting for the world to motivate you are gone. The motivation you need lies within. So I came with the homework assignment. One homework assignment. And one I share with my players often. When you get back to your dorm or home, I want you to find a piece of paper and a pen. And then I want you to scroll through your music selection and find that one song that always uplifts and motivates you. Once you find that song, I want you to play it. And while you play it, I want you to think about three things. Why are you here? Who are you striving towards that degree for? And three, what's going to motivate you not to give up? Listening to that song and thinking about those things, write your answer down on a piece of paper. And then I want you to find somewhere where you'll see it every single day. Because when times get tough, I want you to go back to it. I want you to remember it, and I want you to embrace it. Let the why, who, and what carry you to the finish line this semester. So, there's going to be a time in your life when you're well off and established in your career like myself, when the president of the university calls you to come back and address the student body. What will your story be? How will this time in your life, in this specific chapter of your journey, play out? Because this chapter starts today. So as you gear up for your first semester or another semester, I want to leave you with this quote from Eric Thomas. He said, "You have to see it when nobody else sees it. You have to feel it when it's not tangible. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. You have to be possessed with the dream." I live and breathe this quote because dreams cannot be seen and they cannot be touched, but your dream has to be the reason you strive for greatness every single day. I want you all to be possessed with your dream. As I look back over my journey, and the crazy dream I had as a young boy of playing in the NFL, it amazes me how life has come full circle. I have my dream job, not playing in the NFL, but working in it, and helping players prepare for life after football. The same life after football that I've lived through and came out on the other side with. Wounds, scars, but still standing. So if anything, I hope my story can motivate you this year to just keep going when times are tough. Because it's really in the fall and rise that you develop your true self. Good luck this semester. God bless, and forever BSU.
Thank you, Mr. Ginyard, for your encouraging message and words of wisdom. You have truly inspired the class of 2022. We are all motivated by your hard work and your persistence that we continue to see in you as you attain excellence in all that you do in representing Bowie State University. We are so proud of your commitment to elevate the best in others on a daily basis, and we want to present you with this gift of thanks. We truly appreciate you coming back to Bowie State University and continuing to inspire our students.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes. I think he wants to get a photo of us. Let's get that bulldog out there. Thank you. At this time, I'm delighted to present the University Concert Band under the direction of Dr. Adolph Wright with their musical selection, Nemesis, arranged by Gary Zeke. Let's thank Dr. Wright and the concert band for an excellent performance. Now I'd like to present Dr. Artie Travis, our Vice President for Student Affairs, who will install the 2018-2019 graduate and student government officers.
Good morning, Bulldogs. Welcome, class of 2022. I'm officially here to install the executive officers of the Graduate Student Association and the Student Government Association for the 2018-2019 academic year. Greetings, President Breaux, members of the platform, my cabinet colleagues, faculty, staff, student leaders, alums, community members, our keynote speaker for this morning, and most importantly, the class of 2022. Student leaders, as you officially begin your leadership journey for this year, remember that your leadership is not defined by your needs, it is oftentimes defined by your deeds. As you work to be the best for the students that you represent, do no harm to this place, this BSU that we all love. Get ready for the race to excellence and do everything that you can do to preserve the lasting legacy of BSU. Executive officers of GSA on stage and the audience, please stand, raise your right hands. Please repeat after me. I state your name, do solemnly affirm that I will administer my position of, state your position, with dignity and accountability for all the students that you represent. I pledge to be civil in all my interactions, strive for excellence in all my duties, and understand that diversity of thoughts, ideas, and people will guide your daily actions. I will also use integrity as my guiding principle for all my actions. I pledge that I will always hold high the standards of Bowie State University. I also pledge to find strength and take pride in Bowie State University, and I will faithfully discharge and perform the duties incumbent as an officer of the BSU Graduate Student Association for the school year 2018-2019. Congratulations, you are officially installed, and I look forward to working with you. You may return to your seats. While they're moving across the stage, please know that they are certainly going to be legendary and off the chain. Student government officers, student government officers, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly affirm that I will administer my position of, state your position, with dignity and accountability for the students that you represent. I pledge to be civil in all my interactions, strive for excellence in my duties, and understand that diversity of thoughts, ideas, and people will guide my daily actions. I will also use integrity as a guiding principle for my actions. I pledge that I'll always hold high the standards of Bowie State University. I also pledge to find strength and take pride in Bowie State University. And I will faithfully discharge and perform the duties incumbent as an officer of the Bowie State University Student Government Association Legendary Administration for the school year 2018-2019. Congratulations, and I look forward to working with you.
Please stand and join the choir in the singing of the alma mater, led by Mr. Bernard Blackman.
Pledge in my heart State, my school.
Oh,
Bowie State, dear Bowie State, may you forever be
the flame of faith
the torch of truth
to
guide the steps
of
you.
Thank you, Bev. You may be seated. To our guests, I thank you for joining us today on this joyous occasion. To our students, thank you for choosing to matriculate at Bowie State University. We look forward to your graduation in 4 years. I'll say that again. We look forward to your graduation in 4 years, 2022. To our illustrious faculty and staff, thank you for making this a welcome environment every day for our students and for all of the contributions that you make to ensure that we are successful as a collective body here at Bowie State University. To the parents, I'd like to thank you for entrusting Bowie State University to continue the legacy and tradition of building up a generation of global leaders who will ultimately strive for excellence in all that they will do. To the alumni, and especially to Mr. Ginyard, thank you for your continued support of our campus and our broader communities, and for all that you do to demonstrate the best of Bowie State University. So at this time, I would like to bring Mr. and Mrs. Bowie State University, Ms. Monique Scott and Mr. Durante Craig, to deliver the closing remarks.
Greetings, President Breaux, Madam Provost, Mr. Ginyard, Cabinet, faculty, staff, alumni, and students. Please stand and help us acknowledge our Student Government Association President, Mr. Olajide Ayanda. You may all be seated. She is clothed in strength and dignity and laughs without fear of the future. Greetings, I am Monique Diana Scott, a graduating senior communications major with a concentration in public relations, hailing from the lover state of Virginia, and I am proud and honored to serve as the 72nd Miss Bowie State University. BSU 22. I'm sure that many of you have the understanding of what a Bowie man and a Bowie woman represents, so I won't discuss that today. I will discuss a topic that you will constantly face as an undergraduate. As you matriculate at this wonderful university, you will constantly be asked, what is your major field of study, and what do you plan to do with your major? I'm here to tell you that it is okay to not be 100% sure or to have no idea. I wish I had someone tell me that as a freshman. It's okay to be uncertain. When people ask you, what do you want to do when you graduate? Challenge them and ask them if they're willing to help you find your purpose. Not knowing is completely fine, but be sure that you're taking the proper steps to find out what your purpose is. This is your journey. Everyone else is just playing a part in it. Find yourself, learn yourself, be yourself. This journey is something that you will remember for the rest of your life, so be sure to actually live it and enjoy your years on this campus, your new home, with your new family. Congratulations and welcome to Bowie State University, Bulldog Nation.
He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. Greetings, I am Durante Christopher Craig, senior business management entrepreneurship major, hailing from the prestigious Prince George's County, Maryland, and I have the honor to serve as Mr. Bowie State University. The best piece of advice I received in college was college days swiftly pass. Think about it. College days swiftly pass. I remember my first ever convocation. I remember the setup of the stage, and I remember sitting in the back not being able to see anything, although I felt like I was being a part of something bigger than myself. I knew I was adding value to my life. I felt valuable. It was definitely a great feeling. I'm so happy to be here to say that I've changed my life on the good path at Bowie State University. I can remember that Mr. Bowie State University at the time, Darius Aaron, as he had our advisor, Thomasina Bully, in a panic because he actually almost passed out on stage because it was so hot. With this story, I want to simply say, time goes extremely fast, especially when you're doing things that you love, being productive, and focus on your goal of the future. A lot of us forget to live during the moment, but stop and look around you. In the midst of excitement, time is working against you. And it's been those true moments you have passed when you really think, dang, I should have done this, or I should have done that. Your freshman year is the year of excitement. It's okay to make mistakes and make those decisions that we wish we thought of a little later. Your sophomore year is when you're not wet behind the ears anymore, and you know a little bit more about life, and you know it's not a joke. Your junior year is going to be one of the toughest years of your life. Your college career, and you realize that you're reaching that climax point. You start to panic, you start to worry. Real life is definitely real life. Then you wake up and realize, Monique, how did we get here? Your senior year. All these emotions, happiness, fear, excitement, sorrow, is because you know you're one step away to making the biggest accomplishment in your life, graduating college. Again, time will wait for no one. Going through life, you must be aware of the mistakes you made, the things you've done in your past to inspire the future. When writing this, I was asked that question. What have I done in my past to inspire the future? I can honestly say that I am proud to change who I was. Before coming to Bowie State University, I was a complete introvert. I stayed to myself. I didn't trust or talk to many people, but I knew who I wanted to be by the time I graduated. So I started to break down those bricks that put that wall against me and others and start building a new path to success at Bowie State University. There's a saying that goes, a wise man will change, but a fool will stay the same. I can inspire the future by being who I am, by the relationships I build, by the people I inspire, by the students that I mentor, and the love that I give all you students every day. I want to say thank you for holding on this far. I want to say thank you for being who you are. But hold on, your best has yet to come. BSU! Thank you.
Would the color guard please retire the colors? Would you please stand for the retiring of the colors? We request your silence, please. Would you please be seated and remain so until the faculty does the recessional. Recessional, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining our executive officers, faculty, staff, alumni, family, friends, platform members, ROTC soldiers, and you, our students of class 2022. A round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it again for our faculty as they leave this historical moment from the College of Business, the College of Education, the College of Professional Studies, and the College of Arts and Sciences. And ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our military science, Bowie State University's ROTC's program right here on the campus of Bowie State University. Once again, don't forget about Homecoming Celebration. Mark your calendars, October the 7th through the 13th. Please join us for this exciting moment. And once again, thank you for joining us for Bowie State University's 2018 Convocation, welcoming the class of 2022. One, two, one, two, one, two.